Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of my Hornby hobby. Well, this year has been an absolute belter, is what I would say if it had been a belter. God, where do I even begin? A lot of people at the big, like in 2019, were like, the, take two, that they couldn't wait to get rid of it, that they couldn't wait to get into 2020. And then 2020 comes along and throws us this massive curveball. You thought I was going to be better than 2019. That's what you can imagine happened. This stupid virus. God, it's screwed us all over. 2019, we had nothing of it. Dad and I finished work about the 20th of December, and then we had, obviously, the mandatory couple of weeks off. By the time we came back to work, then COVID started to make its name. It started to become more well known. And we were only at work through January and February, pretty much. And then Dad and I actually had a week off in February because there were holidays that we needed to use up. So we just put that holiday, and then as we were due to go back, that was it. The whole place went into lockdown. Everywhere shut, so we had to stay at home. And back then, I didn't have a train set. I didn't have anything to keep me entertained. Well, that's a lie. I didn't have the motivation to do anything. I just wanted to go back to work. I just wanted to earn the money. We were on the furlough scheme, so we were getting money for every week that we were off. And it wasn't until July time that I got this, until I started to get back into this. I probably told you the story before, but there was a bus trip to the Cotswolds. Me, Mum and Dad went along. We had to wear masks. This was during the period where things eased a bit, where they'd be like, okay, you can go out, but you have to wear masks in shops and on public transport and sanitize your hands and stuff. This was back then when there was a brief respite, I guess. And then we went all the way around the Cotswolds to like 4 different destinations, and I found it incredibly boring until the last destination had its own model railway. Not shop or museum, but just like a fun train shop, I guess. There was Lego as well, but the Hornby stuff was right at the back. And I thought, yeah, let's have a look in there, because I'm not leaving here without buying something. And, it was going to be a Lego set, but there wasn't one that I wanted. Then I thought, should I get something Thomas related? Then I thought, no, I've kind of gone off that. I've put my Thomas Trackmaster to the side. I'm not using it for a while. And then I ventured to the back of the shop and found the Hornby section. And all of a sudden I then thought, I really wouldn't mind a train set. I wouldn't mind buying a train set with my own money and getting back into the hobby. And I kept umming and ahhing about it for a good couple of hours. And I went back to the shop about 2 or 3 times. And then on the last time, like before we had to go, we had about maybe half an hour, 45 minutes left before we had to go back to the bus. And I went back to the model train shop and I just looked at the different sets on offer. There was the Highland Rambler, which was just a looper track, and the Caledonian Pug and 2 pieces of rolling stock. Whereas the Industrial Freight set was a bigger loop with a siding, an 040 and 3 pieces of rolling stock. And that was £85. And I just kept umming and ahhing. Would I use it? Where would I put it? Would I expand upon it? And then I did try and ring Mum and Dad to say, can I get a train set? but there was no service, and I couldn't be bothered to go out and find them. So I just then thought, to hell with it. My money, I'm buying this. So I bought the industrial freight set. At that point, as I left the shop, Mum and Dad turned up, and I said, right, I thought long and hard about this, and then showed them the industrial freight set. They weren't mad at all. Because my mum and dad, if I spend money like that, then usually they're like, you're just wasting your money. But that £85 was the best money I ever spent in my life. And I've spent a lot of money. But that starter kit, that starter set, kickstarted this. I mean, it's the reason why I'm so grubby. It's the reason why I'm wearing this. And it's the reason why I've made my own maintenance platform. It's the reason behind all of these videos that we've been doing. It's coming on to like, what, 60 videos, is it? 50, 60 videos? And it's only gotten bigger. Because it's more than just a hobby. A lifetime's journey. Speaking of which brings us on to the main good thing that happened this year was that it was, well, Hornby's 100 years. 1920, Frank Hornby came up with an invention that has delighted people for generations, and it's still here 100 years later. And I joined in at the right time. You know, I mean, I look at this set now, I look at this layout, and I think, I did this. With all my own money, I've done this. I mean, I can literally look at each thing and tell you what I bought. I can point at everything that I have purchased. And there's still tons of stuff in the filing cabinet, which I am going to have to show you one day. I might do that over the next couple of days. If you want to see the layout, you'll get to see it tomorrow. So yeah, this year has been undeniably shit for everyone. I mean, there's people out there that still can't go back to work. Dad and I are considered essential workers because we're in construction, essentially. You know, we're putting people's homes back together, making sure that they're safe to live in. So we're considered essential workers. So no matter how high the tier rating goes, we're still going to be working because we've gone into tier 4 now. So another good thing that happened this year was that the latest season of Mock the Week came back on to TV, I guess. What season was it? I've been watching back-to-back episodes of it. Was it season 9, series 19? And they did about 7 episodes. And I got giddy with excitement when I saw that first episode. I thought, wow, they're doing it again. Because I love Mock the Week. But yeah, this year's been mainly, well, shit, for want of a better word. We've all been spending more time indoors. We've had to wear masks and sanitize our hands and whatnot. And come Christmas, we had a vaccine. Well, we had 2. And I was thinking, yeah, it's all going to plummet now. COVID's going to cease to exist. And then everything will be back to normal. Nope. It doesn't work like that. Apparently you get a vaccine and we need to be upgraded to another tier. I don't understand the tier systems. I don't understand anything about this. I try not to watch the news because then I'll end up getting depressed. And I don't like being pessimistic. But the main thing about this year has been obviously the layout and the channel as a whole. Because I didn't know what would happen when I first bought this train set. I thought, oh, no one's going to be interested in this. And the views skyrocketed. I mean, looking back, let's go back to the beginning. I mean, the first episode was 5 months ago, right? 15 minutes long, 324 views, and I kind of did have the phone on portrait. I should have had it on landscape. The second video, 82 views, 31, 111, 48, 44, 62, 37. And it's kept going up. And it has gotten better. I mean, we've had... The last episode was 57, How to Make the Uncouplers. Then I did the Christmas special. And today I did the safety announcement. And then this isn't actually going to classify as another episode. You won't get another episode until tomorrow. But yeah, just looking back, and this hobby has done really well. And it's done well for me because I've been able to solder. I've been able to paint. I've been finding my own solutions to problems. You know, I mean, I've had to maintain my locos and rolling stock probably more than anyone else. But it's been a great learning curve. You know, I've got the tools to easily keep these locos going for a very long time. As long as I don't need to replace any parts yet, because I'm not that confident with putting in a new motor or whatever. But yeah, just looking at this and thinking, I've done this. I put the track together. I built the baseboard. Well, built for a loose term. I connected up that turntable. And I got an old Triang loco working. And, you know, I fixed the buffers. I've done so much over this last year with regards to Hornby. And I am proud to be a part of it. So the years can be as shit as they like. I've got something to occupy me. And I've got something I can be doing. Also, on a side note, you may remember that I've name-dropped Malk's Models a lot. I buy a lot of track from them and second-hand stuff. I got Paxton from there, my first diesel. And I've gotten a lot of rolling stock and a lot of stuff from them. In fact, if you remember, there was a haul video that I did. Like right back at the beginning. What episode was it? Episode 3, 5 months ago. So it was very shortly after I actually got the actual set. And I've enjoyed it ever since. You know, things have just been getting better and better. You know, we've had Smoky Joe, we've got the centenary version of Smoky Joe. So yeah, my advice to you is going into 2021, make sure you've got a hobby for yourself. Whatever it is, if it brings you joy, then make sure you hold on to that. Because I get the feeling that we're all going to need a hobby, and I've got mine. I'm still staggered just looking at this. I mean, years ago, that first Smoky Joe train set that I ever had, I had up in my bedroom, circular baseboard. I drew on details from a bird's eye view. And I got rid of it because it wasn't going anywhere. It was just a looper track and a siding. Now, though, I've got more enjoyment than I ever thought I would. You know, I've got stations, I've got sidings, I've got signals, I've got all sorts of stuff. Stuff that I never thought I'd have. A maintenance platform. And I'm just staggered as every time I come in here and look at this, I'm just reminded that I did this. I started this. And I'm going to finish it. So yeah, that's this a year in reflection, I guess you could call this video. So that's it for this video. I hope you all stay safe. I hope you all have a good new year. And hopefully next year is going to be better than this one. So thanks for watching. Until next time, stay safe. And again, thanks for watching.